Okay, major disclaimer. I have a cold and my voice is raspy. I apologize in advance. Welcome to the Paratroop. My name is Mrs. Troop and I am a special education level 2 paraprofessional in a learning support classroom. This is special education terms for beginners. This is part 2. So I'm probably going to have to do a series of these because I feel like I have to also do some examples of things dealing with autistic support. So, I'll work on that in the future. So, number one, inclusion. Inclusion is the practice or policy of providing equal access and opportunities and resources for students who might otherwise be marginalized or excluded, such as physical, intellectual, learning disabilities, and also minority groups. Inclusion, I have a piece of paper here. Inclusion is supporting or students during inclusion and what makes them the most successful. Without your support, you will see behaviors, communication breakdown, and off-task behaviors. Use the supports designated for each student, follow the behavior plan, and give positive reinforcement every chance you can. Okay? ABA is applied behavior analysis. I have it here. Applied behavior analysis. It is the science of studying behavior and applying data-supported techniques to increasing or decreasing behaviors that are meaningful to the individual and their social environment. Okay, so basic practices are what happens before the behavior, what does the behavior look like, and what happens after behavior. That's it. That is usually practiced for autistic support. Then we have some verbal operants here. So, manned, or also some people could say it's short for command. But manned is asking for something you are motivated for. Student gets reinforced with what they ask for. Okay, so it's basically a request that the student say they want a cookie and it's over there and they man for the cookie. Tact. Student labels something they see. Water. Something they hear, something they smell, something they taste or feel, and it gets non-specific reinforcement such as praise or other reinforcement. Number 5, intraverbal. Saying, signing, writing something related to what someone else said or answering questions, fill in responses, word associations, conversation. Reinforcement is non-specific. Echoic, repeating vocally what someone else says. Reinforcement is non-specific. Now, I'm going to give you an example. Student says cookie because teacher said cookie. I could hold up, let's just use the water again. Water. And the kid would say, water. Or I could point to it and say, water. And the kid would say, water. That's echoic. Number 7. I think it's number 7. Motor imitation mimetic. Copying someone else's motor movement. Reinforcement is non-specific. Student signs cookie when teacher signs cookie. 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 Listener responding receptive. Following directions and or receptive identification discrimination. Student touches the cookie when teacher asks, "Do you see the cookie?" So I'll say, "Mrs. Troop, Do you see the cookie? Or I might not say their name. Do you see the cookie? And student touches it. That's their response. They're listening. Let you know they're listening. Okay? Those are the verbal operants. Okay, and then we have, let's see here. I thought I had IT. I'll skip that one. I'll do that for the next series. But the last one is reinforcement. Okay, toys, food, arts, crafts, physical input, etc. can all be reinforcement. If the child is not interested in a toy, food, etc., it is not reinforcing. You want to give them something that's preferred, okay? So promise reinforcers. Use a promise when trying to transition a child back to their set IT. Or you can say first table, then iPad. Maybe they can earn 2 minutes on the iPad or 1 minute on the iPad, 30 seconds on the iPad. It doesn't have to be very long. It doesn't have to be an extended period of time. I've seen kids in certain schools, I won't say the names, but they get 5, 10, 20 minutes on the iPad. That could be really long, but it also depends on where they are in the spectrum. But I think like 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes is pretty good, but it all depends on the student. Sidebar: when you're new to special education and you're introduced to ABA and reinforcers, you might feel uncomfortable because it may feel like you're giving the student a treat like you would give a pet. It might be very uncomfortable. If that's the case, try to pull the support teacher aside and have them explain to you why you give reinforcers. So, because you never want to be at a job and do something that you feel is like ethically incorrect. I would urge you to have a talk with someone that's well versed in autistic support to explain to you why they do it. There are so many arguments. Some parents hate it, some parents like it. It's a matter of preference. And I think most school districts do it, but not all schools participate in it. That is definitely a big debate. And I would love to have like a panel discussion on reinforcers. I would love it because I know personally some parents that actually like loathe reinforcers because they feel like the kid never does anything without a payment. You know, even, atypical kids, they have started to pick up on, well, what if they ask us all the time in the regular ed classroom, well, what do I get if I behave? And it's like, you're just supposed to behave. But yeah, they figured it out. These kids are clever. I am Mrs. Troop, and you are watching the Paratroop.